Good afternoon. It's Tom Johnson, along with our mayor, Sue Kemp. And Sue, we're in the final stages of your countdown
Yep. Yep. We have
as mayor. As mayor.
just a few more days. Yeah, as mayor. Yeah, just a few more days. Yep.
What is that? What is that? What is the most exciting thing? We'll get to your accomplishments and stuff like that as mayor, but what's the most exciting thing that you think, gosh, I'll be able to do that again? I just haven't had time.
Oh, probably a lot of personal things that kind of get put on the back burner. You know how it is when you're busy and you kind of put your personal life on hold.
Yeah.
Medical appointments, for one thing. I have to catch up on all that kind of stuff. And I'll probably take a few side trips that, I didn't get a chance to take and see some of my family and friends this year. When you're the mayor, though, you feel a certain level of awareness. You feel like that as a council member, but when you're the spokesperson of the city, you have a certain level of awareness and concern for the city that you keep a very close eye on things and make sure that you keep up to date on what's happening in town and be ready if, you have to, be called to the media for some, you know, topic that happens, something interesting in town or difficult in town, you have to be ready to address. So you always kind of have that in the back of your mind where, you think if I take a trip, I hope nothing happens. It's not like you're the end all be all, but you are the spokesperson.
Right.
Oh, you'd feel like you do feel a little extra level of responsibility.
Sure. So, a couple of things that came onto your plate, and they were excellent plates, is you hired a city manager that I really think is second to none. I mean, he was city manager in Newport Beach. And thank God, and I say this respectfully to Dave, thank God they ran him out of town because Laguna Beach should be so honored to have this guy as our mayor or as our city councilman. Let me back up on that as our city manager.
Right. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's very calm and he's very deliberate. He's thoughtful. And, that's one of the things I've had is kind of unusual in my term as mayor is of course we had an interim city manager for part of the time. Then we hired Dave. We hired a new city attorney. And so those have all been great acquisitions. If not to talk about it like a takeover or anything, but it was a great opportunity for us to get some really good talent in town. And we're very pleased about that too.
Well, I just think that, for me, somebody on the outside looking in, I think the city looks really good right now. I think the city council members look strong. I'm excited about who I'm hearing is going to be our next mayor. And it seems like we have the right people to do the job the right way. I mean, good city attorney, good city manager, it's all there.
Yeah, I think we're going to have a good council, thoughtful council, and the voters I think made good choices. That's my opinion, but I think we'll see a very, even, thoughtful council, and that's what you want to see as a resident.
Nice. So hospitality night is Friday. It's a big
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
It's a big, big, big one because I think you're seeing the fat guy in the red suit, right?
Oh yeah, it's when you're the mayor, it's really fun because you come in on the fire truck with Santa, and then you go up and light the pepper tree as if it's a Christmas tree, but we have a kind of a coordinated thing. And I'm going to put a couple kids on the fire truck with me, and then also we have a Rivian vehicle following behind. I don't know what goes on with that, but there's two of them, so I'll put some more kids on there and bring them in because it's really about the kids. It's not about us. But it's really fun to light the tree. It's fun to be up there with Santa. But the best part is having the kids up there. So great.
Right. So looking back, um, and you just ran for re-election, so you've got another term,
Mhm.
and you're going to step down as mayor right now, but who knows where that takes you. But what are some of your proudest memories of serving the city?
Well, I think one thing, as you mentioned before, we have a good city manager on board because that's absolutely key. Because we don't, we don't operate the city. We're a policy and advisory body, but we don't run the city. So we have a really, good, competent person in Dave. We have a great city attorney. But I think, working on um, some of the issues that have kind of come up. We always have a lot of visitors in the summer, for example, but this year every beach city had an inordinate number of visitors, and it was a little overwhelming for all of us. So I think that seeing that happen and then figuring out what we're going to be doing going forward, not only with, visitor impacts from a city staffing point of view, but also Visit Laguna. Mark Orgill's helping with that. So we're going to see a lot of good things that have started this year will come to fruition. More will be observed from the residents, I think, next year. Working on the commercial maintenance ordinance, we have that in place now, and that's going to be people are going to, I think, see some results of that this next year. So getting that in place, working on some parking that we've had, and then just kind of keeping things moving in the city, at a pace that's reasonable for the staff and for the public. And I think keep things moving. And that's one thing that the council does all the time. People don't necessarily recognize that, but we try to keep things moving.
So the I'm so sorry. I've been sick this week, and my brain is not working as quickly as well. I shouldn't say that. I have a bad brain anyway. But
I don't think so.
uh, um, anyway, Sue, I am so one of the people that are so thankful for you and your service to this city. You have done such wonderful things, and the thing about being a mayor is you put yourself out there um, to be attacked. I mean, because you have to make decisions and somebody's got to do it. And at the end of the day, it's important to get us to the next level. So you've done such a great job. I am so thankful to have you working with me this past year on Fair Game, and we'll catch up in the new year.
Yeah, I've loved working with you, Tom. You're a delight to work with. Really, really great.
Okay. Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays, everybody.